Hey guys, today we are going to look at the Melaka 2026 Maths Paper 1. Let's go. Question 1. Round off 50.08 to 2SF. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figures. They only want us to do 2SF means 1, 2. So it's just 50. Okay. Right, the next one. 341 base 5 plus k base 5 is this. Find the value of k. Alright. So if you want to find this, we can bring this over here. So k5 will equal to 1202 minus 341 base 5. So 2 minus 1 is just 1. 0 minus 4. 0 cannot minus 4, so we pinjam here. This will be 1. This number will give 5 here because this is base 5. So he will pinjam him 5. So now 5 minus 4 is 1. And then we have 1 minus 3, cannot. So we cut here, this one becomes 0. He will pinjam 5 here. So 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. 3, 1, 1. Next one. Amira wants to buy a financial management ebook through an online application. Original price of the book is 45 ringgit. As a loyal user, Amira has a promo code, so she gets a 20% discount. Calculate the total amount she has to pay in base 3. Okay, so the price of the book is 45 ringgit, but she gets a 20% discount. That means she has to pay 80% of the 45. So let's calculate. 80% of 45 is 36 ringgit. So this is in base 10, but the answer they want is in base 3. So we have to convert to base 3. Okay, so converting base 10 to base 3, you have to do the long division. Right, so we divide it by 3. So 36 divided by 3 is 12. No balance, 0 balance, no baki lah. Then 12 divided by 3 is 4, also no balance. Then divided by 3, so 1 times 3 is 3, so we have a balance of 1. And then 1 here, so 0 times 3 is 0, balance 1. So answer is from down to up, 1100 base 3. C. So this is how to convert base 10 to any other base. So basically the easiest way, right, you just use your calculator. Okay, if you don't know how to do, 36 divide 3. Okay, you get 12. That means there's no balance. And then 12 you divide it by 3. You get 4, 4, so no balance, you write 0. And then 4 you divide it by 3. 4 you divide it by 3, you get 1.333, right? So you have to write just the 1. And then you think 1 times 3 is 3, right? So from here, 4 minus 3, we get 1 as the balance. Then 1 divided by 3, we get 0, 0 point something, so you write 0. So 0 times 3 is 0, so the remaining is 1. This answer. Alright, next question. Which of the following is a statement? Okay, to identify if it's a statement or not, you must check whether it is either true or false. If it can be either true or false, that means it's a statement. If it cannot be either one, that means it's not a statement. Use a strong password for your social media account security. This is an advice. It's not true, it's not false. So it's not a statement. All artificial intelligence require an internet connection to function. This can be true, can be false. Most probably it's true lah. So this is a statement. Even if it's false, it's still a statement. It's a false statement. Okay, here 7x minus 4 is more than 10. This is not true, not false, because we don't know the value of x. If x was probably 1, then it will be a false statement. But if x is probably 10, 7 times 10 minus 4 is bigger than 10. So it's not true, not false, not statement. Have you redeemed your earlier credit? This is a question. Not true, not false, not a statement. So answer is B. Question 5. The following is a sequence of loyalty points collected by a fig. Which of the following are values of x and y? Okay. So this looks like a pattern. So let's identify. This one is 3, 4, 5. So the next one will be 6, 7. 9, 8, 7. Here should be 6. Here should be 5. So 6 and 5. So x is 66. Y is 75. D. Next one. A flagpole of height 15 meters casts a shadow of length 20 meters. Okay. So we have a flagpole of 15 meters. This flagpole is casting a shadow down here of 20 meters. That means we imagine the sun is shining somewhere here. So the flagpole makes a shadow here. Okay. Find the value of sine theta, where theta is the angle of elevation from the tip of the shadow. This is the tip of the shadow to the top of the flagpole. This is the top of the flagpole. So theta is the angle of elevation here. Right. So we need to find what is sine theta. So sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Our opposite is 15. Hypotenuse we don't know. So let's try to solve the hypotenuse first. So this is obviously right angle triangle because one is vertical, one more is horizontal. So we can use our Pythagoras theorem to solve lah. So this will be c square. This will be c. So Pythagoras theorem is square root of a square plus b square. So this is 25 meters. So here we can do opposite over hypotenuse. Ready? Opposite hypotenuse. 15, 25. So 15 over 25 is 3 over 5. Answer A. Right. Next. 64 is 4 power how much? This one you can just use your calculator lah. Okay, if you don't already know, you can just do your trial and error method. 4 square is 16. Then 4 power 3, 64. That's it. Okay, but if you do maths all the time, right, this one you will see very often. 4 square is 16, 4 cube 64 and so on. These are common numbers lah. Right, next one. Question 8. Calculate the range of the set of data. Okay, range is the biggest value minus the smallest value. So in this data, the biggest value is 28. The smallest value looks like it's 10. So the range would be 28 minus 10. 28 minus 10 is 18. D. Okay. Number 9. Shows a triangle SPR given that QR over QS is 3 over 4. QR over QS is 3 over 4. Find the length in cm of PS. Okay. So the ratio here is 3. This is 4. So according to Pythagoras theorem, if this is 3, this is 4, this will be 5. 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is the ratio. But the actual value is 5 I mean the 5 must represent 15. So we times 3. So the actual value, you have to times 3 for everything. So 5 times 3 gives us 15 cm. 4 times 3 will give us 12 cm. So this is 12 cm. 3 times 3, this will be 9 cm. Right. Now we need to find the length of PS. This length. This is another right angle triangle. So what you can do is, since we already know this is 9 cm, we can figure this one out now. Because the whole thing is 25. So 25 minus 9 will give us this. 25 minus 9, you can just use your calculator, is 16. So if this is 16, this is 12, Pythagoras theorem, 6 square root of 16 square plus 12 square. This will be 20 cm. C. Okay, so you have to solve each right angle triangle separately. You do one by one now. That's it. Question 10. Based on matrix F, identify the element F32. Okay. So the first number here represents the row. So it's in the third row. First, second, third row. The second number here identifies the row. So it's third row, second column. So they're talking about 1. Okay. Next. State the highest common factor of 28, 42 and 56. Okay, this one I actually have a trick for you. I can show you how to do it in the calculator. So if for HCF, you can just write this down first. And then what you can do is, you can find the factors from your calculator. So you press 28, then you press equals to. Then you look at this button here. Okay. So you press shift this button, it will show you what are the prime factors. It's 2 square times 7. 42, you press equals first and then shift this button. 2, 3, 7. 56, shift this. 2 cube times 7. So here you can identify what are the common numbers, because we want a common factor, right? So 7 is common among all three, so we can say 7. 2 is common, so we can say 2. Okay, 2 is the highest common power of 2 is 1. Okay, 2 to the power of 1. We can't take 2 square because this guy don't have 2 square, he only has 2. So it's just 2 times 7 and 3 is out of the picture. Okay, this guy has no 3, this one no 3. So the highest common factor is 2 times 7, which is 14. Done. If you want to do lowest common multiple, LCM, there's another method. Okay, so you can use your calculator. The lowest common multiple, right? Okay, you can do like this. You write 1 over 28 plus 1 over 42 plus 1 over 56. You see the denominator here, 168, that is the LCM. That's the lowest common multiple. So for lowest common multiple, you just do 1 over the 3 numbers. You add them up. Your calculator will help you find out. Done. Okay, number 12. Determine the number of edges. Okay, so let's count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Edges are the lines that connect the vertices. So these are vertices. We have 5 vertices. Edges, you can just count the lines lah. How many lines? That's it. 13. Determine the pair of matrices that satisfies the condition for matrix addition and subtraction. Okay. So if you want to add or minus the matrix notation must be same. So this is 2 by 1. This is 2 by 2. Cannot. This one also cannot. This one got 3, this one got 2. This is same. The bentuk must be same. The shape lah. Okay, basically that we call this the matrix notation. This will be 1 by 2. This is also 1 by 2 because it has one row and two columns. So 1 by 2. So this one you can add or subtract. But if it was times or divide, okay, let's see. Let's check if this one can and this can times or not. Basically divide you won't see, it's just times. So this matrix is 2 rows and 1 column. It has 2 rows, 1 column. So 2 by 1. This one has 2 by 2. Both of these we cannot multiply because these numbers are not same. If you want to multiply, you must make sure these two numbers are same. So this one cannot multiply. Okay, let's look at this. This one has 2 rows, 3 columns. So 2 by 3. This one is 2 by 2. 3, 2 cannot multiply. It's not the same. This is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Also cannot multiply because it's not the same. Here we have 1 by 2. This is 2 rows, 1 column. These two we can multiply. Okay, I think most students they might have put this as the answer because normally they ask for multiplication. So to check if you can multiply or not, you check these numbers. But here they're not asking for multiplication, they're asking for addition. Addition means the shape must be same. Multiplication, these two numbers must be same. Okay. Right. Next one. Here. So here they want us to multiply the matrices. So what we have to do is we have to do horizontal, vertical. So it will be 3 times 2 plus 5 times 4. So 3 times 2 is 6, 5 times 4 is 20, 26. What is the importance of paying debts within the period set by the bank? Okay. If you pay the debts within the period set by the bank, increase credit limit, no. Enjoy an interest-free period, yes. So you don't need to pay any interest lah. So let's say you pinjam 100 ringgit from the bank, you paid within the period they set, you pay back 100 ringgit. But if let's say you pinjam 100 ringgit from the bank, and then you pay later, they ask you to pay before August, you don't pay before August, you pay in October. So then the bank is going to charge you some interest. Maybe you need to pay back 110 ringgit. So that 10 ringgit extra is the interest. Yeah. So you don't want that lah. Increase amount of debt? No, this is bad. To avoid using a credit card? No. Nothing to do with this. So answer is B. 16. Diagram 4 shows a square TURS, side length 3 cm. So TURS is a square, 3 cm everywhere. I should start becoming a rapper, I think. Okay. Point X moves inside the square TURS such that its distance from R is 3 cm. From R, 3 cm. So this one has to be a curved line because you want to maintain 3 cm. 3 cm throughout. Okay, this is the locus of X. So locus of X. And then while point Y moves inside the square TURS such that it's equidistant from point R and point S. So from point R and point S, it must be equidistant. That means it has to walk in between R and S. Okay, then only it will be the same distance. So this will be the locus of Y. So let me use my highlighter. This is locus of Y. Which points ABCD is the intersection of locus X and locus Y? So intersecting means here lah. They're both intersecting at D. Done. 17. Which of the following represents the equation of the graph? Okay. This is a sad phase graph. Sad phase means it will be negative. And this is a quadratic graph. Quadratic means power 2 lah. If it's a cubic graph, you will get like this. You will get 2 turns. Okay, this is a positive cubic graph. This is a negative cubic graph. So here it's not a cubic graph, so it's not x cube. It is x square, and x square has to be negative because sad phase. If x square positive, you'll get a happy phase. So answer A. Negative x square plus 6. Next, divisions of fractions. So fractions we can't divide, you can only times. So what we have to do is, we have to convert this into times by flipping the order. So 2m minus 4 will go up, 15p will come down. Then this 2m minus 4 looks like we can factor out the 2. So we're going to do that. So factorize the 2 out, we're getting m minus 2 over 15p. Okay. Then the m minus 2 and m minus 2, we can cancel off, because if you have one on top and one below, basically dividing each other, it cancels off. Then 5 times 2 is 10 over, bottom here we have 15p. So 10 over 15 you can simplify, both so you can divide it by 5, so you get 2 over 3p. P. 19. Given 5x, calculate the value of x when y is 4 and z is negative 2. Okay. So y is 4, z is negative 2. So 6 times 4 plus 2 times negative 2, we get 20. So 5x is 20 means x will be 20 divided by 5. Okay, so you bring 5 over this side, becomes divide. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. Question 20. Diagram 6 shows a quadrant OTS with center O. So this is a quadrant. A quadrant means it's a quarter of a circle. So this is a circle. We cut this circle into 4 equal parts. We get a quadrant. So we get 4 quadrants here. They just showed us 1 quarter. 1 of it. Okay. Given that OS is 10 cm. OS is 10 cm from here to here. OW is 8 cm. So from here to here is 8 cm. And US is 4. This is 4 cm. Right. Calculate the area of the shaded region. So they want us to find this area. So looks like we have to do the quarter. We have to find the area of the quarter minus of this rectangle, we get this. Okay, area of circle is pi r square. But here we have a quarter of a circle. So it's 1 quarter of pi r square. And then we have to minus off this rectangle. This rectangle would just be base times height. Now we just sub in the values. 1 over 4 pi. Our radius of the circle is 10 cm. 10 square. And then for the rectangle, base times the height. We have the height, but we don't have the base. So the base would be 10 cm minus 4 cm. So 10 minus 4 is 6. So 6 is the base, height is 8. Then we solve this. So 10 square is 100. 100 divided by 4 is 25. So we get 25 pi. 6 times 8 is 48. C. So in this case, since they didn't give us the pi and the final answer is given in terms of pi, No need to times the pi lah. No need to do 22/7 or 3.142. That's it. Halfway done. Okay, 21. Given the straight line is parallel to this straight line, calculate the value of k. Right. Parallel lines means they have the same gradient. This gradient and this gradient is the same. So let's try to figure out what are the gradients of these two lines. So to find out a gradient, we express them in the general equation, y equals to mx plus c. So gradient is the coefficient of x lah, basically. So we try to make y the subject here. So 9y is negative 6x plus 27. Therefore y is negative 6x plus 27 divided by 9. Okay, let me write it nicely here. I put it here. Okay, so this gradient is negative 6/9. Okay, y mx plus c. So this is our m. Then we do this part. So we make y the subject here. Ky is negative 3x plus 18. So y will be negative 3x plus 18 divided by k. So here our gradient is negative 3/k because y mx plus c. So we can compare these gradients since they are the same. So we can say negative 6/9 equals to negative 3/k. So negative we can cancel off. 3 to become 6 you must times 2. So what times 2 becomes 9? It should be 4.5 lah. Okay, or basically if you want to solve just mathematically, what you can do is you can just cross multiply. So you get 6k. Okay, this times this is equal to this times this, equals to 3 times 9. So 27/6, this will give us 4.5 or 9/2. So the answer is B. Done. Okay, there are many ways to solve it depends on how you want to do it. So whichever you're used to. So if you want to do it faster, you see the pattern. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 9 divided by 2, 9/2. So k is basically 9/2. Right. Next one. Let me just throw this up here. Okay. 22. S varies directly with t. Okay. So S is directly proportional with t. Given that S is 3 when t is 2. Okay. When you have variation questions, the first thing you have to do is you change this symbol to equals to k. T. Then they said S is 3 when t is 2. So from here we can find k. So k will be 3 divided by 2. So then we can write it back. S is 3/2t. So I substituted the k inside here. We get this. Now we can easily calculate. Calculate value of t when s is equal to 4. So s is 4. We need to find t. So these two are related by times. So when you bring this over here, it becomes divide. 4 divided by 3/2. We get 8/3. That's the answer. Okay, so 4 divided by 3/2 equals to t. So t is 8/3. Done. 23. P varies directly as the cube of q. So P varies directly as cube of q. And inversely as the square root of r. So inverse means we have to put underneath square root of r. Find the relationship. So this is the relationship lah. Answer D. This one is cube root. This one is square root, this one is square, wrong. Oh, this paper actually quite easy lah. Okay, 24. The stem and leaf plot shows the monthly water bill of a few houses in a certain housing area. So 2, 1 means 21 ringgit. Calculate the percentage of number of houses that has water bill less than 47 ringgit. So 47 is here. Less than 47 is anything below here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 houses has less than 47 ringgit out of 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 18 out of 30 houses has a water bill less than 47 ringgit. So 18 out of 30, you want to convert to percentage, you times 100. So 18 over 30 times 100, 60%. 25 is given that x is an integer between 1 and 12. Okay, so let's list down the x. So 1 is more than 1, so you can't take 1. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5 until 12. 12 we can take because they said equals to 12 lah. Okay. Set A is a multiple of 4. So multiple of 4. So 4, 8, 12. Okay, 16 no need lah because the total set is until from 2 to 4 only. From 2 to 12 only. Okay, this is set A. Then set B is a perfect square. Perfect square means there's numbers that we can square root. So 1 square is 1. You can't take 1 here because our total number is 2 to 12. 2 square is 4. 3 square is 9. 4 square is 16. 4 square cannot. So this is the set A and set B. State the elements of set A union B. Union means you just plus. That means you take everything. So we have 4, 8, 12 and 9. No need to take the 4 again, it's just the same 4. So 4, 8, 9, 12. A. Done. 26. Diagram 7 shows the universal set K, set P and set T with incomplete number of elements. Given that nk prime is nt prime. Okay. So nk prime, k prime means everything other than k. So let's try to block out the k. What I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this. So k don't have, we block this flow out. Okay. Everything other than k means all of this. So set P we don't know, so let's just call this x. Set P is x, set T has 5, outside is 2. So k prime would be 2 plus 5 plus x, everything other than k, right? Equals to n t prime. T prime means everything other than t. Oops. Okay, hey. Other than t means let's block out the whole t. Don't have this one. So t prime is just 6 plus 2. So now we can find x. X is this. 2 plus 5 is 7. So x is 8 minus 7, which is 1. They're asking us to find the number of elements in P. Number of elements is 1. Since x is 1 here, P will be 1. Done. 27. Arifa owns a shop lot in KL. It's given that estimated monthly rental is 8,000. Wow, quite a lot. And the property assessment tax is 9%. Calculate the property assessment tax payable by Arifa for every half year. Half year means 6 months lah. Okay, let's calculate how much tax is she paying per month. So her monthly rental is 8,000. Her tax is 9%. So 9% of 8,000 is 720. So every month she needs to pay 720 ringgit. How much for 6 months? You just times 6. So she has to pay 4,320 worth of tax every half year. Okay, so 720 for 1 month. Okay, the 9% is for 1 month. Half year means 6 months. So 720 times 6, we get 4320. Done. Okay, 28. On the table, there are 7 glasses of orange juice and 10 glasses of watermelon juice. Nina and Lyra chose their drinks. Okay, let me just label this. So 7 orange and 10 watermelon. Nina and Lyra chose their drinks respectively at random. Find the probability that both glasses chosen are watermelon juice. Round off your answer. Okay. So you want to find the probability of choosing watermelon and again watermelon. So let's find the probability of choosing the first watermelon juice. We have 10 out of 17. Okay, total we have 17 glasses. Number of watermelon juice is 10. So 10 out of 17. Now we already chose one watermelon juice. Remaining only got 9 watermelon juice. So the probability of choosing the next one is 9 out of 16. Because now the total juices left will be 16. So here 10 over 17 times 9 out of 16. 45, oh, we want in decimal places. They said 2 decimal places. 0.33. B. Done. 29. Which of the following are true about service tax in Malaysia? Okay. So in Malaysia we have SST. SST is called sales and service tax. Right. The service tax rate imposed on food and beverages services is 6% under Sales Tax Act 2018. Okay, so anyway, SST is the Act of 2018. Okay, SST, Services and Sales and Services Tax Act 2018. So 2018 part is correct, but this one looks fishy. Sales Act tax. So food and beverages come under service tax. So it's not the sales tax. Okay, SST, if you check your textbook, it's split into two actually. It's sales tax and service tax. Okay, but they both come under the same act, Act 2018. So 6% part is correct, but sales part I don't think it's correct. Okay, never mind, let's come back. Service tax reinforced on 1st September 2018. Yep, it started in 2018. Okay, before that it was GST. Now it's SST. Okay, starting from 2018. The sales and service tax is collected by Inland Revenue Board. No. LHDN calculates your income tax, not SST. So number 3 is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Number 4. The food and beverage service providers with value of taxable services exceeding 1.5 million per annum shall register under Service Tax Act. Yes. Okay, whichever food and beverage services, so if you have like a kedai makan that exceeds the threshold of 1.5 million per annum, okay, you sell so much of food or beverages, you must register under service tax. That's correct. Okay, food and beverages, service tax. This is another way to confirm. Food and beverages must register under service tax, not sales tax. Okay, food and beverages, not sales tax. I think they're trying to give you a clue. So one wrong. So answer is 2 and 4. Should be D. Right. 30. Ellie draws her doll on the drawing paper using a scale of 1 to n. So scale drawing is normally D to O. DO, you remember DO lah. DO is drawing, this is the object. Or drawing, this is the original. So here this is her drawing, this is her original. So her drawing is 0.1 meters, this is 35 cm. So you have to bring it to one common unit. Cannot have meter and cm. So drawing we just convert it to cm. So 0.1 meters, you multiply by 100. It's 10 cm. Drawing is 10 cm. Original is 35 cm. So if you want to get it to 1 to n, you have to divide the whole thing by 10. So 35 divided by 10. You get 7/2. So they gave us 1 to n, therefore n is 7/2. Okay, this is how you do lah. Let me erase this. Okay, so you remember this one. DO, drawing, original. 10 more questions. Okay. Which of the following is the orthogonal projection of as viewed from X? So if you view from here, you're going to see this surface and there will be a dotted line here, okay, showing that there's something behind. So A. Which of the following is not one of the process in an effective financial management? Okay, setting financial goals, yes, you must set financial goals. Creating a financial plan, yes. Let's say you want to buy a car in 10 years. So you need a financial plan on how you're going to achieve that. Collecting and analyzing the financial data. Never seen this before. Assessing and reviewing the financial progress. Yes. So every now and then you have to assess and review. If not, you will lose track of the plan. So let's say if you set a goal of buying a car in 10 years, like let's say in 5 years time you forget about it, then you're not going to stick to it. So C. This is not one of the process in an effective financial management. Okay, we don't collect and analyze the financial data. We assess and review it. Right. 33. Lim bought 2 types of exercise books from Kedai Buku, Pinta. The science exercise books, S, cost 4 ringgit 70 cents each. And mathematics book, M, costs 5 ringgit each. The budget for buying the books is 250 ringgit. State the linear inequality. Okay. So 4 ringgit 70 cents times S number of books plus 5 ringgit times M number of books cannot exceed 2500. So it can be 2500, it can be 250 or lesser. So less than or equals to 250. Okay, it can be 250 lah because the budget is 250 or lesser. 34. Diagram 10 shows a trapezium. RSPQ is the image of trapezium UTPV. So this is the image and this is the object. Okay. Find the center and scale factor of enlargement. Right. Let's find the scale factor first. So scale factor is always image over object. So our image is this one. It is 2 units. So I put 2 here. Object is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units in height. So 2 over 6, which is equivalent to 1 over 3. So scale factor is 1 over 3. Center of enlargement is very easy. Okay, you take 2 points that are the same. So this point is this point. So we connect these 2 lines. This point is this point. We draw a line. This point is this point. They all will converge at one point, which is the center. So the center is basically P. 35. Determine the speed of the particle during the first 3 seconds. So they want us to find the speed in the first 3 seconds. Right. So this is a distance time graph. In a distance time graph, you want to find speed. Speed is represented by the gradient. Okay. So from here to here, we have the same gradient, constant slope. So we just have to find this gradient to find the speed within the first 3 seconds. Because the speed from here until here is the same only. Okay, here we don't have many values. We only have 3. We don't have this value. So we just use the help of this point to find the gradient. So gradient is basically y divided by x. 12 divided by 6, which is 2. So the speed is 2. 36. The risks covered by life insurance are as follows except. So life insurance covers death and critical illnesses. So kematian yes, critical illness yes. Keilatan means loss of ability. This is also covered. Let's say you lose a leg or you lose your eyesight, it covers that. But kebakaran no. If you burn your house down, then you have to buy fire insurance. So answer is C. But if let's say the person burns in the fire and dies, then yes. Okay, all kematian is covered. Okay, next one. Given the tangent theta is 0.7391 and it is between 0 and 360, calculate the angle theta. Right. So between 0 and 360 means we have 4 quadrants. This is 0, this is 90, 180, 270, 360. So in the first quadrant, all positive. Add sugar to coffee. So in the second quadrant, only sine is positive, tangent positive, cos positive. Right. So here they say tangent is positive 0.7391. So our answers will lie in the first and the fourth quadrant. Because here all positive, here tangent positive. So the values here will be theta, here will be 180 plus theta. This is the formula. Okay, that's fine. So to find theta, we do shift tangent 0.7391. Okay, we move the tangent over here, becomes shift tangent. So our theta is 36.47. Okay, so this is the first quadrant. Then the third quadrant, we have to do 180 plus theta. So answer plus 180, we get 216.47 degrees. 36. Oh, they want one decimal place. So 36.5 and 216.5. So if you round it up, round it up, you get 5. That's it. 38. Calculate the distance between point M and point N. Point M and point N. Okay. So here let's form a right angle triangle, so that'll be easier. From here to here is 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. From here to here, another 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 and 4, we can find the hypotenuse. Be the square root of 4 square plus 4 square. Wait, sorry, 4 square plus 4 square. 5.666. 5.66 is C. Done. 39. So diagram 13 shows a sine graph where y equals to q sine px. Given that p and q are constants, find the value of p and q. Okay, so here we have one sine graph and another sine graph. So we have two sine graphs. So number of cycles is 2. Number of cycles is represented by p. So p is 2. Q will represent the amplitude. That means from 0, how far does it go up? So it goes up by 3 units. So Q is 3. P is 2. Q is 3. Answer B. Last question. 40. Ooh, this one looks like a long one. Diagram 14 shows a hemisphere bowl filled with cake mixture. The mixture is then poured into cylindrical molds with radius 21 cm to produce a cake. Okay, let's do one by one. So let's first figure out how much mixture we have. So the mixture is filled in this bowl. This is a hemispheric bowl. So a whole sphere, the volume is 4 over 3 pi r cube. Hemisphere means half a sphere. So we have to divide this value by 2. So if you divide 4 over 3 by 2, you will get 2 over 3. So this is the amount of cake mixture we have. 2 over 3, pi they say use 22 over 7. Radius is 28 square. 2 over 3 times 22 over 7 times 28 square. We get 28 cube. This is volume. Cube. 137,984 over 3. This is the volume, total volume of cake mixture we have. So they say this mixture is poured into cylindrical mold with radius 21 cm to produce a cake. The whole mixture can produce 2 cakes. Wow. The height of the cake is 14. Calculate the volume of leftover mixture. Okay. So they can make 2 cakes with this mixture. 1 and then 2. We can make 2 cakes. So the radius given is 21 cm and the height of the cake is 14 cm. So we can basically find the volume needed to make one cake. So this is a cylinder. The volume of cylinder will be base times height. Base is a circle, pi r square, h. So 22 over 7, radius is 21 square, height is 14. But we have 2 cakes, so times 2. 22 over 7 times 21 square times 14 times 2. So the amount we need is this much to bake the cakes. We have this much. The amount we need is this much. So if you minus these two, you'll get the remaining now. So 137,984 over 3. We minus with the 38,000. 7186.67. Done. Wow, the answers given are so close. This one 6. So you have to really make sure it's correct lah. It's so close. Alright, that's it for this paper. I'll see you guys in the next paper. So if you like this, if you enjoyed this session, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, bye bye, take care.